Alright, Forex market guys, second analysis for the day. We got the gold and we want to talk about a move that we consider as important and deserves our immediate attention. I'm talking about the last couple of days, the last 3 days, where price had turned around after it's been on the downside for a while, but it turned around in a nice fashion that kind of suggests that, you know, that downside move is over, right? That downside correction, let me call it a correction, because right now we think this was a correction and price is back on the upside, which is the original movement that had started back at the end of November. Right, up till the end of November, price was definitely running in a downside trend, but ever since then we saw a strong upside move, and then an equally strong downside move. Again, we suspect was a correction. Let me show you why we feel that that was a correction and nothing more than that. You see this blue dotted line, right? This blue dotted line, guys, represents the Fibonacci correction, 76.4, the last level of correction by definition. And it's just interesting to see how price reached that level, spiked it, but bounced off, changed direction, mind you, and started to fly up, right? So that kind of suggests that this was the end of the road for that technical correction. It met the last one, 76.4. It definitely was a deep and intense type of correction, but it couldn't overcome the last level of correction here, which is, by the way, 1810, right? Price tag 1810. Now it's also quite, I mean, if you think about it, on the way up, price was running in a nice, you know, Elliott wave kind of cycle, right? 5 waves, right? 3 impulse waves and 2 corrective waves in the middle, right? So we can think about this as wave number 1 on the large scale, right? And this could end up being wave number 2, right? So now we can expect to have wave number 3. You got it. It's going to take us to new ground on the way up. Right? So we're bullish on the gold. Guys, we're bullish on the gold if you haven't guessed that already, right? And here's the target. I mean, we think price is aiming, is about to go to, it's gonna take the previous high, right? Which, by the way, was determined recently. A few months ago, it's an all-time high. We think price is gonna challenge that level. And you can see this green dotted line right here at 2089. Well, let me tell you where this level is coming from, but let me back away a little bit, take it from the weekly perspective, because I want to show you how I came up with this level. What we did was measuring the previous opposite move, right? If you think about the downside trend that I was describing earlier, from this angle, it's easy to see that it was an ABC type of correction, right? 3-segment move that represents that correction. And what we did was we took wave C from the top to the bottom and applied 161.8, the most profound projection level that we know of. So we feel that price is going to try and tag that level, and on the way take the previous high. So 2 birds in 1 shot, kind of, right? So anyway, that's how we feel about the gold right now. We think it's back on the upside. We should definitely watch very closely as it continues to push away, you know, to break away, to move away from that area, from that 1810 level. All right, there you go. That's about that. Gold looking bullish. We'll be back next week to follow up on the situation. In the meantime, we'll say goodbye and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.